Hey up. Right, before we get started, this is a TripMachine product video. They're not paying me and I don't get anything from sales. They just happen to be one of my favourite motorcycle luggage brands. But I have negotiated my usual 15% discount code for viewers of this channel. So I would like to get that out of the way first. The code is available in the video description down below, and it is available for 7 days from the time that this video is published. Just 7 days. And if those 7 days elapse, it will no longer be valid. I think these are exciting times for motorcycling, especially where soft motorcycle luggage is concerned. When I look back to the early 1980s when I first started riding, there was just nothing available. Cheap PU leather throw-over panniers were the best you could hope for. And they were all very generic, there wasn't a great choice in styles or construction. They weren't very waterproof and they didn't last very long. Compared to then, the choice nowadays is huge, and TripMachine alone have a huge and bewildering range of motorcycle luggage products. They just keep getting better with every new release. Traditional, practical styles of motorcycle luggage that have an artisanal quality. It's not cheap luggage, I would say it's luxury motorcycle luggage priced at the entry-level luxury price point. Feature-rich, long-lasting leather products that go a few steps beyond just being practical. TripMachine luggage is a little bit more than just luggage. It's difficult to put my finger on what it is, but I think what it does is it evokes an emotional response. In a similar way that an emotional response would trigger the purchase of a particular make and model of motorcycle. Now, 3 years ago when I first came across TripMachine, I'd never really heard of them before. But for the modern classic motorcycle owner, and classic motorcycle owner for that matter, they are now a huge brand. Now, I talk to Sid, the owner of TripMachine, quite a lot by WhatsApp these days, and in the old days he used to ask me if I'd be willing to review some of his products. Nowadays he just tells me when he's sent them. And I don't know what it is, there's always something a bit special about receiving a package from TripMachine. I don't think it really sunk in with me what it was until I received this OUTLAW Duffel bag from them. It's not just the TripMachine products that are special, it's the TripMachine customer experience. The little wax-sealed TripMachine envelope containing, little greetings from Sid and his staff, stickers, a leather keyring. It turns a mundane purchasing experience into a special purchasing experience. The way that all the straps and accessories are neatly bundled up and tied up with a little piece of leather. This is not something that most companies do. I know to a lot of people this is just trivial stuff. It doesn't make a difference to the way the luggage functions. This is customer care. This is a company showing you, I think, that they really care about your experience of their products. Now, I know their customer care is second to none. I've heard plenty of anecdotal comments from viewers on how well TripMachine treat them on the rare occasion that there was an issue with their orders. But rather than you just paying your money and then throwing you a product, this demonstrates to me that they want your receipt of that product to be as big a delight as is possible. And that's a rare thing in this day and age. Now, this OUTLAW Duffel from TripMachine, it's constructed 100% from leather, real leather, from real cows. And as soon as I saw it, it struck me that this is not just motorcycle luggage. Yes, you can use it on a motorcycle, that's what it's specifically been designed for. But it's very practical and it looks fantastic, so you can just as easily use this for a weekend away with the missus at a hotel, travelling by car or any other means for that matter. So it has the potential for you to get a lot more use out of it than when you're just travelling on a motorcycle. It's a traditional roll-top design, which means its normal 50 litre capacity, if you want it to, can be expanded to a massive 70 litres, and this is the small version. More than enough capacity to carry everything you could possibly want for a long weekend away. TripMachine's workmanship and quality is now legendary. This duffel bag, like all their luggage, will literally be as tough as old boots. Every aspect of it is heavy duty. In appearance, it sort of reminds me of a vintage Gladstone bag or valise. It's a timeless, classic design, but with some modern touches to suit your average motorcyclist. Inside you'll find the now trademark TripMachine zip-up pocket and key tidy, a useful feature for keeping documents, cash, or even your phone separate from dirty or wet clothing. Now, if you want to use the bag fully extended for maximum capacity, it fastens with a rather unique zip closure. The bag closes partially using press studs, but then the zip, which is a bit different from a normal zip-up bag type zip, gives full access to the closure using a method that you might be more familiar with on a zip-up jacket. I've got to admit, this is a little bit fiddly when you're not used to using it, but it is a useful and practical feature once you get your head around it. And of course, you only really have to use it if you're using the bag fully extended. For normal roll-top closure, there are two very sturdy straps that also double up as a carrying handle that secure by means of a traditional brass pin buckle. Now, I personally prefer a carrying handle, but it does come with a leather shoulder strap included if that's what you would prefer. It's fully adjustable, obviously detachable, and if you don't want it, as with the bike tie-down straps, you can just store it in one of the 4 quite large external Velcro fastening pockets. There's one at each end of the bag and 2 on the front. Obviously, the bag also comes with a set of motorcycle tie-down straps. I think these are like a cotton webbing, very strong and fully adjustable to meet just about any tie-down requirements you might have. Each strap is in 2 pieces with a locking sort of anchor mechanism at one end and a heavy-duty stitched loop at the other. These thread through leather reinforced keepers, 2 at each side of the bag, something we quite simply don't see enough of on motorcycle luggage these days. This eliminates strap slippage, and it means you don't have to tighten your straps down for all you're worth in order to keep your luggage secure and stable. The soft loops won't damage paintwork, and this particular strappage solution means that it can be adapted for most scenarios, whether it be on a pillion or on a rear rack. This oil-treated leather is reasonably weatherproof, but if you'd rather not take the risk, the bag does come with a nylon waterproof rain cover that tucks right underneath the bag and secures in place with the toggle. Now, it is a little bit baggy when the bag is actually rolled up to its 50 litre capacity, but you have to remember this cover also has to fit the bag in its 70 litre mode. But unfortunately, I couldn't find enough stuff to pack into the bag to expand it that far, so I couldn't show you it. 70 litres is a huge capacity. There's no doubt about it, this bag is not only one of the best looking sort of tail pack duffel bags on the market, it's also incredibly versatile. I keep expecting TripMachine to sort of hit a wall with the development and introduction of innovative luggage, but it doesn't seem that that's going to happen, not just yet. I've been involved in motorcycle travel for well over 40 years, and over the years I've found myself quite often very frustrated with what is supposedly motorcycle luggage. Any seasoned motorcycle traveller knows what is required for fastening luggage down properly. And we all know that what is mediocre luggage could be improved substantially by just adding the odd feature here and there. And luggage manufacturers relentlessly let us down by never including it. Now, don't get me wrong, my experience of TripMachine luggage, it's always been pretty decent when it comes to being able to fasten it onto your bike securely. But they've never sort of rested on the laurels and just left it at that. With each new iteration of luggage I've seen, they've improved, especially the tie-down methods, a little bit with each new product. This Outlaw bag, in my opinion, has surpassed any expectations that I had of TripMachine 3 years ago. This is the perfect all-round motorcycle and casual luggage. Now, this bag and its big brother are available in several different colours. I'll leave a link to their duffel bag page in the video description down below. But be warned, clicking on TripMachine's webpage is like opening Pandora's box where your credit card's concerned, and I accept no liability for what might happen. Right, once again, thank you so much for watching this and my other videos, and in doing so helping to support this channel. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you have, please leave a like, and if you're not already a subscriber, subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell to ensure that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Only 11% of views on my videos come from subscribers. The rest are just random people off the street. I will of course be back next week, so until then, if you're riding, please ride safely, and I'll see you soon.